If you are tired of craving junk that you really don't even want and just waking up every day in regret, feeling stuck in this same body and this same frustration, you are not crazy, okay? I used to fall for this same trap for years until I finally learned that these cravings I was experiencing were really just signals from my body. And once I cracked that code, food stopped controlling my mind, and I finally felt free in my body and my mind. And that is why I'm here making this video today, so that I can hand you the exact code that helped me break free, so you can finally stop battling these cravings and start experiencing real freedom. For the longest time, I thought my cravings were because I was just hungry all the time, or that I just had low willpower, very weak willpower, right? And I remember this one day so clearly. I had just eaten a full meal, and not even an hour later, I find myself standing in the kitchen, staring at the fridge, opening up, looking for more food, even though I wasn't actually physically hungry at all. This used to drive me crazy. Like, why did it feel like no matter how much I ate, there was still this itch that I just couldn't scratch? It took me years to realize my cravings weren't about hunger at all. They were really about stimulation. My body was just craving energy, movement, excitement, okay? And because eating food and scrolling on my phone were the only sources of stimulation my body was used to, this is what it would automatically think about when my body was craving some stimulation, some excitement, some energy, okay? And once you understand this, everything changes. You realize that cravings are not your enemy. They're just signals from your body that it needs new, healthier options of stimulation to choose from, okay? And the good news is when you start exposing yourself to these new, energizing, healthier forms of stimulation, that pull towards junk food just naturally fades. So if right now food and scrolling on your phone are your main sources of stimulation, I put together a free list of powerful, healthy alternatives you can start using today to finally break that cycle and naturally rewire what your body craves when it does crave some stimulation. You could grab it using the link in the description, 100% free, and it's all yours. And something I want to make clear in this video is that yes, it is a scientific fact that your gut bacteria naturally adapts to crave whatever you're regularly feeding it. So if you're eating chocolate chip cookies every week, this is what your gut bacteria is made out of. This is what it's going to crave. But the reason that you were regularly feeding your body these junk foods in the first place is because your body has only been exposed to limited sources of stimulation, like eating food and scrolling on the phone or watching TV. So once you start to introduce your body to healthier sources of stimulation, you give your body a plethora of stimulation sources to choose from rather than the only sources that it thinks that it's limited to, which is eating food and scrolling, watching screens. Now, when I really started focusing on changing my habits, one of the biggest shifts happened to me when I was in massage school, actually. So we had to massage each other or be massaged by each other almost every single day. And I noticed something crazy. I didn't even want to binge eat late at night anymore because I knew if I showed up inflamed, bloated, or sluggish the next morning that this would affect my performance, or worse, it would affect how I felt when someone was working on me. So I realized beating cravings was never about willpower, okay? It was about the system I was in. The environment naturally encouraged me to make better choices without having to constantly battle myself about it. And that's the second major key I want to share with you today. If you are not good at holding yourself accountable, and honestly, most people are not, because we just weren't raised that way. We were teachers, parents were holding us accountable. If you're not good at holding yourself accountable, you need to create a system that does hold you accountable. So join a club, join a team, join a group that meets a couple times a week, okay? When you have practice or class in the morning, you're way less likely to stay up late, eating junk, and inflaming your body. Now, if that doesn't seem up your alley, then I highly recommend investing into some type of mentorship, or coaching, okay? When you pay for support, you show up differently than you would for yourself. You actually value your goals more when you're financially invested and have someone holding you accountable to being your best self. And I have to mention the obvious, because a lot of times it's the simplest things that make the most difference. Staying stocked on healthy foods, okay? When your kitchen is filled with fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, you're way less likely to validate yourself leaving the house to buy more food. Now, I will say, even once I had the healthy foods at home, even once I set up my environment to support myself and hold myself accountable, there were definitely still some moments where I felt that old pull, like late at night after a stressful day, or seeing people eat junk around me. But what saved me during these times was, again, not willpower. It was remembering why I even started this journey in the first place, okay? I got super clear on why did I even want to stop giving into these cravings? Like, what is the reason why in the first place? Now, my why was so I can heal my digestion. I wanted to clear my skin. I wanted to lose some excess weight and feel confident in my body again. And I wanted to stop being controlled by food. Okay, these all meant so much to me. So I got really, really clear on a why that means so much to me to stop binge eating and giving into these cravings. And I wrote down this why, okay? I put it everywhere. I put it on a sticky note on my bathroom mirror. I stuck it to my ceiling above my bed. I set it as my phone lock screen, and I saw it every day. And every time the cravings would come through, I would just look at my why. And this would snap me back into focus, because these whys meant so much to me. It was so strong. Okay, so that's the third major key. You don't need more willpower. You need why power. Okay, get crystal clear on a why that means everything to you. The kind of why that makes you emotional by just thinking about it, okay? And write down that why and put it somewhere that you will see it multiple times a day, okay? Your phone, lock screen, your bathroom mirror, above your bed, on the ceiling, somewhere that can interrupt the cravings and remind you of this desired end result. Because it's actually really easy to forget your why, to forget why we even started, and to get pulled back into these old habits when the moment gets loud and your goals actually feel far away. Nothing truly important gets done without a strong enough reason behind it, okay? We don't even drive to the store without a strong enough reason. Every goal, every transformation, every breakthrough, the amount of success you achieve all comes down to how clear and powerful your why is to you. If you can get crystal clear on a why that means everything to you, a why that you're willing to even go in depth for, and if you can hold on to this why and remind yourself of it even when you don't want to, you'll never have to rely on willpower again. Your why will pull you towards your goals. A lady that has to swim 50 miles across an ocean to get to her kids doesn't need any willpower to get to that other side, okay? Whenever she feels like giving up, all she has to do is remember her why. Oh, I need to get to my kids. There's no other option, okay? When she has that why that means so much to her, she's super clear on it. It's super connected to her. It means so much to her. That is her why, is her drive. Her why is her motivation, okay? That why is going to take her all the way there. So to recap on the 3 main key points in this video, to permanently eliminate junk food cravings, you need to 1, introduce yourself, expose yourself to healthier sources of stimulation so that when your body is craving that excitement, energy, or movement, it doesn't think scrolling on your phone or eating food is its only 2 options. Key point number 2, create a system that holds you accountable, okay? Hold yourself accountable by setting up a system where other people hold you accountable. Join a team, join a yoga group, join a club, sign up for some coaching. And number 3 is to get super crystal clear on your why. a why that means so much to you. You get emotional whenever you think about it. And once you get crystal clear on a strong enough why to you, constantly remind yourself of this why. Put it everywhere where you'll see it multiple times a day, and know that your why is your drive. When all else fails, remind yourself of your why, okay? That why should mean so much to you that it overrides anything. That why should be so powerful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found massive value in this. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I'll be sure to respond to them. Maybe I'll even make a video answering it if it's a big enough question. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your rest of your morning, day, or night. And happy healing, family. Cheers.